Santa Barbara County will drop its mask mandate to match up with the state of California's new guidelines. We're going to talk live right now with Public Health here on Midday. Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Butita. Thanks for joining us on News Channel 3 Midday at 11. Let's get right to it. Santa Barbara County Public Health Director Vondo Reynoso joining us live via Zoom. This announcement coming out less than a half hour ago. Vaughn, it's good to see you again. The mask mandate will be coming to an end. What are some of the details here?
Yeah, it's good to see you too, Joe. Happy day for us. We are happy to announce that Santa Barbara County will be aligning with the state and lift our local health officer order for universal masking in public indoor setting.
So what does that mean for people that have been wearing a mask indoors wherever they go inside of a store? Is it time to maybe be able to go in there and not have to wear one?
Yes, so it means that per state order, universal masking will remain in place only in specific settings, which includes public transit, indoors, in K through 12, childcare, shelters, healthcare settings, correctional facilities, and other care facilities. Everywhere else, if you are vaccinated, we do recommend that you continue to wear your mask, but it is not a mandate. So only unvaccinated individuals will be required to mask indoors in all the public settings.
It does put businesses in an interesting predicament. Can they still require somebody wear a mask if they want to come inside to a store or a shopping somewhere?
Right. So private businesses and owners can make that requirement.
So the state announced this last week that we were going to be having this start next Tuesday. San Luis Obispo announced this week that it's also going to match up doing it Wednesday. Why the next day, and why not this is kind of a question, I guess, for the state as well. Why not just do it right away? If if you're going to announce it's going to be happening next week, why not just do it? Hey, today's the day. We're lifting the mandate.
Right. That's a great question. So the state has a health officer order that expires on the 16th. So it's a heads up to the community, and it gives people time to adjust and pivot in their businesses or make arrangements as necessary.
Schools are one of the places where masks will remain a requirement. Why is that? And when do you see a time when kids may be able to drop the mask in the classroom?
What we're hearing from the state is that in the coming days, the state will nuance their guidance and will give us the details about what's going to happen with K through 12 schools.
Oh, that's interesting. So we should know in the next week or so if there may be a change with masking in schools.
We anticipate a change.
Okay, interesting. Let's go to the demand for at-home tests. It remains really high. Just yesterday, we saw an event at in Santa Maria. They handed out 2,500 of these tests. They were gone in 45 minutes. Are we going to be getting more? And how important does testing remain in this pandemic?
Testing remains very, very important, especially for individuals who have been exposed or if they're not feeling well. We want to make sure that transmission gets stopped, and the only way we're going to know that for sure is through testing. We've been limited in the number of at-home tests that we are receiving from the federal government, but in replacement, the state is stepping up on their distribution of at-home test kits to childcare, to daycare, and to schools. And, I believe that pharmacies have test kits to distribute, and the postal office is distributing test kits through the federal government as well. So they are plentiful, and they are reimbursable if individuals end up having to purchase them.
As we get one last final question in here with you when it comes to COVID, how are we doing right now? Omicron was such a surge right after the holidays. Where are we now?
So happy to see that we are continuing to see a drastic decrease in our cases. From the peak in January to current, we're seeing a 68% decrease. That's huge. We're also seeing hospitalization continuing to decrease. We peaked in January, middle of January, with 150 patients to our current 92. So those are very, very encouraging metrics that gives us guidance to aligning our local health officer order with the state.
Does the word endemic mean anything to you at this point?
It is becoming more and more of a reality. And my team has been working and really exploring strategies on how we can exit and really be ready for an endemic phase. But I do want to say that even though I just shared that we are glad to see a drastic decrease in our cases and hospitalization, our community transmission is still quite high. So we want to make sure that people are assessing their personal risk and really practicing the safety tools that they have in their box. Continuing to wear a mask, and continuing to pick up a vaccination and booster shots and seek testing if they're symptomatic or have been exposed.
Fondo Reynoso, Santa Barbara County Public Health Director, thank you for joining us, breaking the big news here on Midday that the mask mandate will be ending next Wednesday for those that are vaccinated. Thank you.